Why did Marblehead make it? Is there a video of that? Let's play it. When he borrowed money all over the place and couldn't even borrow $200, he turned to his family for help. At that time, his brother had just gotten married. The family was in debt, and the neighbors were keeping score at the commissary to get by. Faced with this predicament, his father organized a family meeting. The meeting emphasized that no matter how difficult it was for the family, they could not let their children go out without money. So his father secretly sent him $30,000 attached to the money was a letter that read, "Son, your father knows that you know what you are doing, but it's hard to get around without money out there. And it's all because of my father's inability to do so. You have to take care of your siblings." The letter brought him to tears. At that time he vowed that no matter how poor and miserable he was, as long as he lived in Beijing, he would never look back. When he was waiting for a job in front of a factory in Beijing, he waited all day and didn't get one. Not even a job as a mass actor. He walked home hungry all day. His feet were worn out. He spent $1 to buy 5 steam puns, ate them all in one gulp and dared not drink water. At that time he could not even afford to pay $20 rent. No one respected him, only made fun of him. People questioned his looks and background, thinking he didn't deserve to be an actor. But he firmly believes that birth doesn't determine everything, and can only work hard while both young. Once watched a movie Shaolin Temple at home, and that movie inspired his dream. Unlike other kids who were just moved without action, he chose to move forward, and went to the Shaolin Temple to learn the art. Upon completion of his status, he aspired to act through unremitting efforts. He started out as a dread queen, and eventually rose to become a movie star with Soldier's Wade. Everyone here. The changes that Wang Baoqiang made before and after he found his path proved the importance of perseverance. Dear friends, imagine if you were in debt right now, going through a tough time, maybe poverty or illness. Remember, the only way to change this is in your hands. The next 2 minutes are crucial. If you understand what I am about to say, then there is hope. If you fail to grasp it in these 2 minutes, then your future may be doomed. This is not a joke, so listen intently. I am going to paint a picture for you. This picture, if you can understand it, will mean that you will never be stuck with money again in your life. Please observe this picture carefully. Imagine that this is the fundamental way of the universe. In this picture, you should be able to see the main and side tasks of life. Each of us actually comes into this world with a mission, a dream, a task to come from the toe and ultimately return to the toe. This is known as the toe sang. And Mr. Kimona mentioned that people come into this world for no other purpose than to live with a greater excellence than when they came. Our main task is to practice, to cultivate a way to seek environment. However, what about our secondary tasks? A newborn baby, for example, may know his main task and begin to experience life. But when he starts school, he may be too focused on his studies. For us, going to school is a side task. Have you noticed that when we are in school, the midterm and college entrance exams seem to become crucial, even to the extent that we think that the entrance exams can determine our future? These people, they are addicted to linear tasks. But you know what? When I went home this time, I found that many of my siblings, including the children of my aunts and uncles' families, were more educated than me, but they are not as rich and accomplished as I am. The most they can do is to become a university professor with a salary of less than $10,000 a month. In other words, high education does not necessarily mean achievement, and many people are just obsessed with performing their tasks. I don't know if you can understand what I'm saying. Why is it that I didn't graduate from junior high school, and they went to college or even graduate school, but they don't make as much money as I do? It's because they were immersed in straight-line tasks, while I kept on completing the main quests. If the line of schooling didn't stop you, that's okay, maybe the linear task stopped you. Like falling in love, we people have to fall in love. But falling in love is just a side task for us, just to fill in the gaps in our main line of tasks, just to fresh out the main line of tasks, so that we can have more experiences, to be able to cultivate the way, to know what the way is. But many of us will get addicted to relationships and not be able to get out, because one relationship fails and we lie down. Never trust anyone again, and from then on we are decadent. Stop here in this life, not going up. The next step up may be marriage. Some people are addicted to marriage in the marriage. In the circle further up the line may be career and making money. And someone wanders around in the linear task of career for the rest of his life, and he doesn't even get back to the mainline test. So everyone here, let's take a look at why there is such a big difference between Mr. Joe's and Mr. Boss. Accomplishments. Mr. Baoqiang was thinking every day about how to teach others, how to make money, and he made his side task his main test, and he was obsessed with it. As for me, I'm trying to do everything I can to bring all my students from the straight line task to the main task, to help them get back to the origin of the towel, to help them become enlightened. To be honest, all of you here, you may turn to my age characters and say that, according to the normal way of speaking, your personal fortune has not yet risen. The mysteries of the universe have not yet aligned your fortune to be optimal. So it is difficult for you to achieve great wealth and fulfillment. However, if you follow Mr. Joe's method of protecting through the birth character, you may find that your fortune improves significantly over the next 20 years. If you find that a certain element is incompatible with you, don't worry. Here's a way to quickly transform your luck, and that's cultivation. Life is meant to be a practice, and the key is to cultivate the mind rather than the body. The highest state of cultivating the mind is to be as if it were motionless, not to be elated by external things, were saddened by personal encounters. Many people are unhappy in their lives, precisely because their lives are full of accusations and complaints. Husbands and wives complaining about each other, and parents blaming and complaining about their children. In this age of grievances, it will be difficult to find a happy life if we do not improve ourselves. In today's rich material life, happiness is unexpectedly low, isn't it? Because our life is full of complaints and accusations. Complaining does not help. It only attracts more negative energy. If you cannot clear the darkness within, you will never be able to attain true wealth, because you will continue to attract and life in more darkness. Unpracticed people may get chronically angry, or even lose sleep for days over a small thing. So why not start practicing and change your life? Your emotions may have gotten the best of you, and even affected your health. I, on the other hand, usually regain my composure quickly when faced with mood swings. In American history, there was a president named Abraham Lincoln, who is regarded by many as one of America's greatest presidents, second only to George Washington. On one occasion, Lincoln was severely reprimanded by his wife when he was having dinner with friends at his home and preparing to smoke despite being president. He did not retort but chose to continue smoking, and told his friend that it was this that honked his willpower and helped mold his character to eventually become the leader of the United States. When Lincoln's wife heard this, she felt angry, splashed him in the face, and left angry. The scene left his friends in the audience, shocked and at a loss for words. But Lincoln took it in stride. wiping his face and saying, "After the storm there will be a rainstorm." He saw it not only as a sharpening of his will, but also as a baptism of his soul. This was not a joke but a real historical event. The same situation that may be a prolonged agony for you is insignificant for me. You feel pain because your vision is too small and your heart is too narrow. If you suffer for a long time because of small things, then remember, a white heart makes things small. There is nothing on earth but mediocrity. Now I ask you, what on earth is a big deal besides life and death? If you are eager to change, here is an opportunity. With 10 years of experience in education and training, Mr. Wang Baoqiang has helped countless people to solve the difficult problems in their lives, including housewives earning their first bucket of gold, entrepreneurs realizing automated operations, and ordinary people realizing a reversal of their lives. Today, this opportunity is in front of you. There is no lack of opportunities in the world. What is lacking is the person who sees them. New decisions will forge new destinies. From now on, make a decision for yourself and start a brand new life.